was Loose Ends. We're going to be going like an 80s throwback type thing.
That's what we're doing tonight?
Yes, on PLOPP Life. Loose ends, hanging on the string, and...
We ain't got no loose ends, do we?
I don't think.
Okay.
Do we?
If
No.
all hearts and minds, honey.
No,
That song.
we don't.
You do?
Yeah.
You do? 80s vibe?
Yeah.
Welcome to PLOPP Life,
Here we
y'all.
go. Let 'em know where we
Episode
at.
31
Yay!
on PLOPP Life.
Yay!
There's our applause.
There you go.
Right. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We have a very, very exciting show. And
What's your name, girl?
my name, I think they know by now.
Well, girl, some people
And
don't know.
my name is, well, we're going to start with you. Go ahead.
We gonna start with me?
Go ahead.
My name is Deshon Gray. I'm the one and only, her with the braids.
Right.
I
miss my
Well, let me
braids.
tell you something. LL Cool J said he wanted a girl with bamboos in her hair, baby waves, baby ears pumping, lip gloss shining. I'm a round the way girl today.
Yeah, let's pop it.
Yes, indeed.
Poppin'. If you can't get into it, get into it. Amen. Welcome to PLOPP Life. People live
PLOPP
other
Life.
people's problems.
We
Follow
do.
and subscribe, please. Do
Uh-huh.
that. Hit the bell. Hit a bell. Hit
On.
a whistle. Hit anything.
Right, you can follow us. Well, like and subscribe on YouTube, of
Please
course.
do.
And if you also want to see us, go to our Facebook page, PLOPP Life. You can also go to Instagram, PLOPP Life.
Hi,
YouTube, PLOPP Life.
Hi,
you can
YouTube.
see us live on
Hi,
YouTube
Facebook.
right now. Or if you're following our personal pages, you can see us live there.
Yeah.
If you want to
On my
listen
page.
to us, blah, 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 blah.
Do what?
Blah, 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 blah. You can
Is
listen to
that
us.
your Charlie Brown teacher? Wah, 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 wah.
Right, if you want to listen, you know what I did? I actually downloaded the Accelerated app, radio
You
app.
do?
the
How
other
do you
day.
like
It's on
it?
my phone. It was actually pretty good.
Come on, commercial.
Yeah, so I downloaded the Accelerated Radio app, but you can also listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker. What else did I miss? Did I miss anything else?
Mr. Nash, I feel like we should get a discount on this month since we over here pumping up the Accelerated Radio.
We are, right.
I
And it
think so.
actually
iTunes,
lists all of the different podcasts, but you know, PLOPP Life is the one you really should be listening to at this moment, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
every Tuesday.
Right, every Tuesday.
Without
and if you want to
fail.
call us and talk to our guest, this beautiful lady in the middle,
What's her name?
who we got?
Malika Blessing.
Come on, Malika!
What up, Blessings? I call her Blessings with an ass. What up,
Grand
Blessings?
fam,
And I
grand
got my
fam in the
green on
house.
tonight.
Right,
She
and
got her
I'm like-
green tank top for the green sofa.
Right.
High five for you, Malika.
I got a little bit of green.
Boom.
Whoa, whoa.
I have no green. I want some green in my purse.
Well, can we get that?
Can we get that?
we
It's
all
coming
get green
in
the
due
purse?
season.
Right.
Mm.
So, if you want to speak with our guest tonight, Miss Malika Blessing,
Yay.
who's going to be blessing us,
Yay.
you can give us a call, 310-910-9676, extension number 1. Numero uno.
One.
Do we have any random events right now?
Can we talk about Cheesecake de Granger for a second?
Oh,
like
we
a
could.
second?
We could. Look, I showed. Look, I'm just.
Wait, hashtag where's
Hashtag.
You know
we
what?
don't have
I'm-
no cheesecake today, but we do have a cream cheese brownie.
Listen, it was where's
Yeah.
the cheesecake? People are getting irate. It's where's the motherfucking cheesecake?
Yeah, I know it is.
People
right
want
You
it.
know
now.
I'm addicted to it.
It is.
Lovely.
I
You know.
You've been
She
support
loves
me.
it.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
What's Cheesecake
Yeah.
de Granger?
Well, if you do not know and have been under a rock, all of these episodes.
There might be some new
Cheesecake-
friends here today.
Right, you're right. Cheesecake de Granger is an online bakery. We do not have a storefront just yet that delivers over 65 flavors of cheesecake cupcakes throughout Los Angeles.
That's fire.
Right. We can
That's
also ship to
fire.
you, though. We can ship.
Sure
we can
can.
ship cheesecake parfaits,
Sure can.
cheesecake pops, cream cheese brownies.
Sure can.
And we do have a sample of our cream cheese brownies for our guests tonight. I know.
Malika, you
I don't
gonna get
think
some
you had
brownies,
that,
girl.
Malika.
Malika, you had some brownies before?
Nah, I ain't had no
No,
brownies.
she never
You had
had
no
the
brownies?
brownies.
I
These
always
are not
get that lemon
special
cupcake.
brownies.
After
I know.
tonight, you will never be able to say that because you'll have some in your mouth.
Well,
You're
I
very
can't
lucky.
wait. I can't wait.
Speaking of good brownies and chocolatey in your mouth.
Come
hi,
on.
A+.
Hey.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
I've been fucking with A+. Let me tell you, last week I was
Why
like,
not?
I was like, you playing with my feet under the table? He was like, no. I was like, for real? But really, I thought something kicked me under underneath here, but probably was me kicking myself. I was like, A+, he was like,
Wait,
no.
so you kicked yourself? And
I
you
don't know
didn't
if it was the
what
board.
happened?
No, it wasn't me kicking myself. It probably was the board number. I know who it wasn't. How you doing, A+?
Oh, well.
Malika, that's A+. All the ladies be like, that's
Who's
A+.
A+?
That chocolate.
Yeah.
That
Who's
chocolate.
A+?
And his dress smell really well tonight,
They
Sacha.
do. I didn't even get a chance to.
I
didn't
did.
get
I was
any type
signing
of
on the
love
computer.
tonight, actually.
I was
None.
signing on the computer and I smelled them. They got a whiff of them by the keyboard. We just having a good old conversation with our
Not a
A+.
whiff.
A+, what's
Yeah,
up?
I didn't.
Yo, I'm gonna start off my random vent if that's okay.
Oh, okay.
come
Well, you
on,
know
random.
what? Run it. God damn it. Is it okay to do a random vent?
We can. Go
Okay.
ahead. Get your
You
random.
get an example what it is.
Right.
I know you know what it is because you watch.
Right.
I wouldn't call it like a vent though. But,
Why?
shout out to the month of October, man. 22 days. You already know what it is.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Okay.
Well, what is it? What is it? Enlighten me. What is it?
Tell them, A+.
Come on, A+.
Don't leave the friends guessing like
Right,
that.
and I'm
Damn, I thought it
guessing.
was obvious.
Touch,
What?
I mean, you know, tell the friends who ain't obvious too. Don't touch us in the morning.
Shout out to
walk
the
away.
month of October.
Mhm.
22
22
days.
days.
It's your birthday?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's my mama's birthday
Today.
Happy birthday, mama!
Mama Ann's birthday
I can't
today.
get no
Shout out-
sound effects
Shout
from
out to
my mama.
moms though. She gets
Dang.
super
Shout out
love.
to
October.
Mama. I
Always
know.
looking.
Mama Ann.
Libra.
Is she on there tonight?
She is not. Mama Bear, I love you.
She partying.
If
She
you-
doing a little bit of that Zydeco. Down, do your thing, do your
Oh,
thing.
come on, Cupid. For
Yeah.
real?
That's Zydeco, ain't it?
No, that's not Zydeco.
It's Zydeco tonight.
It's a
goddamn it.
line
Don't make me look
dance,
stupid.
but-
nice.
Look, don't make me look dumb on camera, bitch. It's okay.
All
It's
right.
a line dance
But they're going to be
tonight. It's
correcting
Zydeco.
me. Hi, Mona. They're going to correct me in the comments.
They might.
But it's my mama's birthday. Happy birthday,
It
mama!
is happy birthday. Just Mama Ange, and I love her. Today's also the National Day of the National Diaspora Day.
It is.
Yeah,
It
that
is.
long journey.
But you know what? I have a question.
Okay, right here.
Big kind of question.
You use the microphones. Come on, actress.
Right.
Ooh, yes.
Now look, okay, so I heard about this new thing called body count, or how many bodies you had. So you know, back in the day we say how many sex partners we had and stuff like that. Have y'all heard about that?
Body
That's
count?
called Body,
Yeah.
body count.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just old because I ain't.
No, you're
I'm
just
not
married.
Not. Right.
married.
What, you just in a
Oh,
relationship?
well.
You're not married.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship. But
You
I'm
in
not
a
married.
How long
Right.
y'all been together?
We've been together going on 4 years.
Okay.
Y'all
that's
married.
beautiful.
What's your
Yeah,
random
Right.
name? You live in LA, baby. That's
Danny.
married. What's your
Hey,
random?
Danny
You got-
Deloy.
Hey, Danny.
That's
Hi,
my baby.
Danny.
What up, D?
Yeah, what up? But yeah, I didn't know anything about it.
A body count?
Okay.
Yeah, and they
Yes,
was like,
we are familiar with body count.
Wow.
Well, are we gonna
Yeah,
discuss
we
body
know.
counts tonight, or we gonna move on?
We're not discussing nobody. I'm not discussing my body count. I'm a virgin.
Yeah, come on. Immaculate
two
conception.
children, right,
Mary,
right,
Mary.
exactly.
That's Mary
Ah.
Poppins.
Yeah.
Because my mama be watching the show.
That's right.
Mary Poppins. We're not gonna call her. We're not gonna call her Mary. You know,
Ah!
the mother of Jesus, because we ain't gonna do that to
Yeah, we
her.
ain't gonna talk about that.
We ain't gonna do it
What's
to the
your
Catholic.
random?
What you got a random event?
I love your makeup, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I like
you know,
it.
I put on my little hat because, you know, that's my little style.
It is,
I
but she fierce.
I wanted to, you know, bring a little piece of the real me of who I am.
Yeah,
I throw
you
on a hat,
always.
tank top, and
Always.
Timbs and tennis shoes, you know.
Always.
So I wanted to bring that through to the
Shout
Plop
out to the
Life.
real you.
Yeah, to the real me.
What's your random, boo?
I don't really have nothing right now. It'll
You
come
don't?
To me.
You don't? No. That's some BS
Come on,
to the
Deshon,
SHIT.
maybe it'll come after you. What's your random, Deshon?
You want me to go to the random?
Yeah, go to the random.
Go to the
I'm not
random.
driving.
Look at
The driver said go.
Yeah,
Okay,
go to the driver.
my random vent is a bit of a riddle, if you will.
Well, come on,
Are
riddle.
you ready, A+? My random
Yeah.
bit is a riddle. To all the friends out there and everybody listening, what is the one thing everybody loves to give, but no one loves to take?
Everyone loves to give,
But no one likes to take.
but no one likes to take.
Can we get a hint?
No.
Everyone loves
It's not
to
tangible.
give. I know, I didn't think it was tangible.
Oh,
Everyone loves to give, but no one...
criticism,
Close.
feedback,
Advice.
Advice.
Everyone loves to give advice. No
Advice.
one loves to take. I got and that random came
That was
from.
good.
It was good.
That was
I got it
close,
from.
though,
It was.
A+,
He
yeah.
had his thinking cap on.
Come
He
on.
had his thinking cap on. It was all that good chocolatey compliments and shit he was getting and kicking me under the table and shit, acting like he did. But I know you did.
I like games like that.
You do? Well, I actually got that from.
Brain
I watch
games.
Ballers every week on HBO, and he at the beginning of the show he kind of said that. But anyway, that was my random.
Okay, random.
Right.
That was dope.
That was.
Thank you. DOPE dope. Are you ready now, Malika? Or are you still need time? We only got 120 minutes.
We are.
With
here.
20 of them gone.
Yeah, we are here to 10 o'clock.
You have to participate.
Let's see. My random.
What gets on your nerves? What's what
random.
advice you want to give? Anything.
Probably. I know. People that you support.
Oh, come on.
Especially people
Shondo.
who want you to support them and
I
post
feel it
their
coming.
stuff
Come on, I
on
feel it coming.
Facebook and Instagram
thank you,
and
Lord.
everything. And then when they see that you're doing something,
Ooh.
then they just slide on by.
Oh, and you can see that they did.
And
Amen.
you can see that they read it,
Ooh.
and they don't post, they don't do anything. And I'm the type of person that I'm going to support, I'm going to be there. But at the same time, I kind of look and say, you know what?
I'm gonna remember
What's
that.
wrong with you not posting or celebrating me too? Because I'm always going to celebrate
on.
people and be there for them. And I've been seeing a lot of that of people who I've worked with or that are doing well, and they'll see something I'm doing and they won't even post. So I think that's one of the things that bothers me a little bit.
Understood. Taken. Received.
Right.
Duly noted. Amen.
Amen.
They act like they don't know.
Miss Sacha.
What's bothering me is these goddamn gas prices. Look at me, my phone is. I went.
Oh my God.
And picked up my daughter, leaving to go to pick her up from her school. When I left at 3:30, the gas station that I always go to, it was at $3.89, and I was like, "Oh Jesus!" Left to come back home 40 minutes later. $4.13.
Yeah.
Girl.
$4.13.
Excuse me, and that's for 87.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not even for the premium.
Girl, I have to use 91, and that
That's
bitch
what
is
I'm
almost
saying.
$5.
Ooh,
That's
Lord.
crazy.
People like, can you take me somewhere? Bitch, I ought to slap you for asking me to take you some goddamn where.
Yeah.
It's been steadily rising though for the past 14 days. They said.
And that's one thing I'm like truly obsessed with gas prices.
Are you?
I mean,
You
everywhere
found a
I
place
travel
that's cheaper
to,
than this $4.13, unless
man,
you use
it's
it
ridiculous.
almost $5.
Well, I
for
saw
premium.
$4.09.
Even the bullshit gas stations is
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
girl, I'll be
Why?
I'll be at the USA gasoline like
Why
run
don't
it.
we have a
on
hold
pump 7,
on
please.
this gas?
I'll almost
Why?
run out of gas to get to a cheaper gas station.
Girl, who you telling?
I
Who
will
you
not.
telling?
Danny always say, baby, just put $10 in. Just put $10 in.
You know what I learned the trick is fill it up and don't never let that bitch get under a half.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't do that.
Well, a
I
lot of
only
people
do that
don't.
when I travel.
When you
Like
travel.
when I'm traveling or something like that. But
When
yeah,
you
I am
travel.
obsessed with gas prices.
When
Anywhere
you
I travel
travel.
to, I'm always
We
looking at the
actually
gas
had some
prices.
great gas tips this morning. On
You
the
did?
news.
They did.
They did.
You guys, anybody got some shout out? You got a shout out you want to give?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Tammy Mag, Loretta Devine,
Devine, Lolo.
Wilson, and Don B. Welch. They have a show coming up. A Change is gonna come.
Change is gonna
That's
come.
October 26th at the Wilshire E-Bill.
Plug.
It's at 8 p.m. And if you want tickets, you can DM me, inbox me. I do group tickets for that show. Or you can
And
go
how they
to
do that?
Wilshire
Where you
E-Bill.
at?
I'm at actress Malika Blessing on Instagram. And on Facebook, it's Malika Perkins Blessing.
Come on, Perkins. Bless you.
Yeah, now I don't want to go there Perkins too much, you know.
Yeah.
That's my government.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to shout out all the social media platforms that allow PLOPP Life to be to have life and be in existence. I want to shout out to all the friends who watch regularly, all the friends who peep regularly, all the friends who look a little bit later. They be looking at me like, why we look on the show and be like, oh, it ain't got but 1 or 2 views. You look later on and be like, oh, this video done been shared 300 times.
Right.
Oh, okay. God bless you all. Thank you, friends.
Which is
Friends in public and friends in private. Amen.
Right. Amen. Amen.
Because
Did you wanna,
Nicodemus came and saw Jesus in the midnight hour, didn't he?
Yeah.
No worries.
Did you want to send out your condolences?
Oh yeah, we got some condolences. We do, huh? Come on, Jose, a Latin singer, Jose died. Child, he passed away.
Yeah.
He was 71 years old, and I think he had. Let me see on my notes what it say he had. If I can unlock my own phone, it says he had pancreatic cancer.
Oh, he did.
And the wonderful, outstanding, beautiful, only soprano, Miss Jessie Norman, she passed away, 74 years old. They said she had went into septic shock and she had multiple organ failure due to a spinal cord injury from 2015. She passed away in New York City, I think it was yesterday, surrounded by family in the hospital. And also Busby, he was a producer, and he was found, he was 43 years old. He was undergoing treatment for brain cancer, but he's a producer. He's like produced for like Pink, Gwen Stefani, like Lady Antebellum, so many different people. But yeah, God bless those people. Yes. God bless those families. God bless the people who have to live with that every single day, and all the people that we have talked about before that have passed away, that are still dealing with people transitioning. God bless you all, because we know that's can be a difficult thing, and there's no time limit on it.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Praying for those families.
And a little later in the show, we're going to talk about our topic this evening is be careful.
We ain't saying about no topic.
We did.
Okay, well, come on.
Be careful how you respond is what we're going to be talking about a little later in the show, as well as interviewing Malika Blessing. And we're going to talk. Right. We're going to cover some things in the news today.
Okay.
Jimmy Carter's birthday.
Happy birthday.
If y'all don't know who that is, we'll tell you who it is later.
People know Jimmy Carter. Did you
Maybe
know
they don't.
Some
really?
May
not. Yeah.
If not,
you know this.
Not what was the wife named Rosalind? Jimmy and Rosalind?
Something, was it?
Yeah.
We'll also be speaking about the Hawk Beacon Light in California.
Yes.
We're going to speak about Breast Cancer Awareness Month and give you some stats this month, because October is that, along with some other things. We're going to speak about the homelessness in LA and people living in RVs, because that number has increased. And J-Lo and Shakira's Super Bowl halftime performance. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Okay. So right now, what we're going to do, we're going to throw to a song.
Okay.
So that we can get into it and interview Miss Malika.
We're not going to do no news and no flipping?
No news. That's going to be our flip and rotate later. No news. News, if we do news, we're going to go over. You know I'm a stickler for time. So that Malika can get her entire 30 minutes. So let's go. Next song, A+.
And sing.
It is. It's Jamaican funk.
Funkin' for Jamaica.
Right.
We funky in Jamaica, or is it funky for Jamaica? Or we funkin' in Jamaica?
We doing something.
We doing something in Jamaica, baby.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 31 of PLOPP Life. People love other people's problems.
Other people's problems. Which are our favorite problems? Other people's problems that don't belong to us.
We do. And we have Miss Malika Blessing sitting here.
Hey, Blessings.
Hey.
Again.
Come on, class.
Right. Round of applause.
Can we get some confetti and shit? I'm just joking. What is going on with Instagram? It still say reconnected. Instagram do that every fucking week. But go ahead.
Is it?
Every time.
Now, what we're going to do, we're going to breeze through the news really quickly, and our flip and rotate we'll cover later on. And then we'll go into our interview segment with Miss Malika.
What's the flip and rotate, bro?
The flip and rotate is the plastic straw ban in California.
Oh, no, I was saying, what does it mean to people?
That's true. Okay, y'all. So, flip and rotate means that we will. You see this lovely green black background right here?
Yes.
We're gonna be. This is our sofa.
Come on, so.
Yeah.
Imagine a green, fluffy, cushiony sofa.
Don't that feel
that
good?
you're sitting on.
Don't that feel good?
Kind of like
really
myself.
good.
It does.
Right.
Thank you.
Nice and soft.
And what you usually do with your sofa is that, well, I actually did that today. I fluffed my cushions. I did. I didn't
on,
find
Flurf.
nothing underneath there. What I did find was a lot of lint
didn't find
when I
nothing.
lifted
Wow.
up those cushions,
Yeah.
and I vacuumed it up. So what we're gonna do in the flip and rotate, we lift up these cushions. We're gonna fluff the pillows,
Okay.
vacuum that dust, look for some coins to put in our purse.
Okay.
I didn't have no coins though. And in the flip and rotate section, we're gonna be. Where's our fluff? Where's our pillow noise? Fluff. fluff,
Girl,
pat,
it's on that
pat,
phone you
pat,
clicking
pat.
on.
Right.
Hey,
And
plus
he
she
still
talking to
ain't looked
you.
up. He still ain't looked up. Where's our
What's
cushion
up?
sound? Dang.
You want it right now?
Yeah, give it to us. We speaking of flipping and rotate and fluffing. You hear that?
A plus for real?
Right.
What?
You're like, and
It wasn't
see.
that time yet.
And
When you said it's time.
Right. Thank you.
Get it
Those
for
are
the
the
sound
flipping,
effects.
the flipping of the
What
cushions,
sound
the
effects?
fluffing of the cushions.
Get
So in the
Get it
flip
for
and
the sound
rotate, we're going to talk about the plastic straw ban in California. Also, SIM swapping. That is on the rise, and I was very surprised in reading that. We're also going to talk about the water filter seize that happened out here and counterfeit goods coming from China.
Girl.
Right.
Girl.
Sad.
They trying it.
We're also going to touch on the kidnapped women and girls in Nigeria that were just rescued, because we're going to try to give you a little bit of world news as well.
Come on, world news.
Right, and the Tarajan culture of the people of Indonesia. Right, world. That's okay. It's plop.
Plopplife.
So in our news,
Okay.
Jimmy Carter, tell us who Jimmy Carter is. For those who don't know, Jimmy Carter is or was the president of the United States. He turned 95 today. It was his birthday, and
Happy
he's the first
95th
president
birthday.
to ever reach 95. My grandfather was 95.
He was.
He was. And Jimmy Carter, this was the first president to reach that feat. George Bush, the previous president who passed away, he was 94. But Jimmy Carter, he actually was very popular as well. But he's the oldest living former U.S. president.
Amen. Okay.
Right. God bless him.
Okay.
If or whoever you believe in, Buddha, Elijah, somebody. But yes.
Okay.
Did you want to say anything else about President Carter?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
HBD.
Right.
And I didn't know that he had also won 3 Grammys before. He's done like a lot
Wow, I didn't know
outside
that.
of the presidency. Right, for spoken
Okay.
word.
Spoken word.
Did Shakira and J-Lo.
Shakira
I really don't
and
have
J-Lo.
much to give for that
You
for the
don't?
Super Bowl. No, I haven't watched football in I don't know how long, so.
But
you
I
can go
do
ahead
like
and touch
J-Lo.
it. You do?
Let me
I
tell
am
you
a J-Lo
something.
fan. She
J-Lo is
I'm on
getting
the
ready to
fence.
wear
Yes.
this motherfucking halftime on the back of her goddamn
Yeah,
phone.
anything
She
J-Lo
is girl.
does, she is on point with
She
her
gonna
shit.
kill it.
Like,
She gonna
for
kill
real.
it. She gonna kill
And
it.
I know a lot of
you
people was upset, but I'm telling you,
And
like,
Shakira, too.
Why? Why
Yeah.
were they upset?
because everyone was especially talking about, when she did that, what was it?
Oh, the
tribute to-
Motown?
Yeah, the
Motown
Motown.
tribute. I don't give a fuck
That
about that
was
shit. That wasn't
trash.
even no Motown tribute. That was some shit that.
Right.
That was.
We do shit positive, so I ain't gonna say nothing crazy, but that was some bullshit. It was some crazy shit. It was some-
What? I thought we were staying positive.
But they,
No, because I was gonna say something else besides. I'm saying it was some
Oh,
bullshit.
but they
and-
haven't been
it
liking her.
was.
They've been upset with her because of
Well,
that.
the
since
biggest
then, too.
backlash came from the fact that about this whole protesting with Colin Kaepernick and people doing, why is people performing at the
Right.
halftime show? But my biggest thing was, why are you coming down on the performers, especially the women? But when y'all watching the
Right.
football games every
That's
fucking
true.
week,
Right.
Super Bowl is one
Right.
goddamn game,
It is.
one
Yeah.
night. That's
Right.
one performance. But y'all gonna
That's
y'all
true.
on the TV started 2 weeks ago. Oh, the Rams playing this, but y'all not doing that though. But then players taking their ass to the field every week.
Right.
They are.
So if you want to go out there and shake your ass, because y'all gonna tune in, y'all gonna watch,
Yeah, they
y'all gonna
gonna
watch
watch.
her
They have
and,
been.
and Shakira Colombian ass get out there and shake what their mama gave them. They about to give you
'Cause
lights,
if they
glamour,
not-
glitz in Vegas,
But
and they
the
gonna
main
wear
thing-
this shit out.
But the main thing is that they will watch the halftime show before even watching the game. Like people
you.
don't even watch the game; they watch the
halftime
halftime
show. But you
but J-Lo she be on her stuff though.
She is
I
good
like-
for her.
I
I like
like
J-Lo. Whatever.
I like
Go ahead.
I like her too.
Jenny from the block, working it
I
up.
like
She's
her.
a bomb ass performer, and a lot of your favorites. She's a lot of your favorites, and let that sink in where it may.
My baby's calling me, Nehemiah.
Hi, Nehemiah.
Hi, Nehemiah.
But that's that girl.
Well, I don't know. Well, I haven't watched any NFL games.
I don't even watch the game.
I was with the protest.
Yeah,
I
I don't watch
still am
football.
protesting.
Well, it's easy to protest
Well,
when you're not a football fan.
I know, right? Yeah. I don't really watch football. Never have.
I don't watch football.
Me
The only
either.
thing I watch is Grambling and Southern.
Come on,
Bayou
GSU.
Classic.
Right.
I know there's some bullshit going on because I know we never even talked about like Jay-Z and shit like that with the whole thing with him being
Oh,
like
yeah.
on the
yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and people coming back on him and saying A, B, and C. He did some. I ain't gonna say shady. Was cloudy. He did some cloudy shit when he was talking with Jermaine was like, oh, that's the deal you told me don't take.
Right,
you know, he
right.
just, so it was kind of, it was fuzzy what was happening, whatever the case may be. But, you know, was also said to me, was like, you know what, you can only do the marching and the kneeling for so long. And I understand he was like, we passed kneeling, which was kind of like maybe a slap in the face. But instead of saying we passed
it
kneeling,
could've been
he should have
viewed
said
as that.
He should have just said, maybe I'm taking the baton from that and going to the next level.
Right.
Because you cannot change this system from the outside. So
No.
if he inside, you don't know what that man gonna do.
Right.
Just wait and see.
I think he has an angle.
He might
Yeah.
have an angle.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, it
think
wasn't
he has
like
an
for the whole Black Lives Matter. Like what? No. It's not even an easy way to say this without people taking digs, whatever. But I understand what Colin Kaepernick was doing. But past that, then what?
Right.
Because when it came to these different things of what you're standing for and what you're kneeling for, these Black Lives Matters events, Jay-Z and Beyonce was out there cash bailing the motherfuckers out here. Let's go, run it, get out. So who knows what they're going to go, what they're trying to go do?
And I think they're smart. I think
are,
they're smart, and
yeah.
I think
They're very
they
smart.
have an angle on what they're trying to do because they are for the people. I can't say that
Yeah.
about Jay-Z and Beyonce. They
If
are
you've
for the
seen
people.
anything that they do, if you've
Yeah.
seen Beyonce Homecoming, she's unapologetically black.
Yeah, and not
Yeah,
only that,
she
she
is.
has put
And Southern.
she has put HBCUs on the map
Back again.
when she did Coachella. You know what I mean? Because
She
a lot of
did.
people, you know, us coming from an HBCU, a lot
Yeah.
of times that people
Yes, we do.
downgrade or think that we're not educated enough or
Right.
our degree has
Right.
holes in it or it's
Yeah.
not effective. And not knowing that the HBCU has one of the highest rate of African American males and females who graduate
Right.
from
You better say it.
with
Very true.
degrees.
Come on,
And
Grambling
I am
and Grambling.
very proud.
Grambling State University.
Grambling State University having a master's degree in theater coming
theater.
from there. So I'm very proud to be.
Amen to all the HBCUs
Yeah,
and
thought
anybody
you knew.
and anybody who go to higher learning, because you know all of us don't go to HBCUs and some of us need to go to, you know what I'm saying, we had a president, he went to what, Harvard?
Did he?
I don't.
Where did Barack Obama go?
Oh,
I said we had a president. I said we had somebody sitting in the White House.
Yeah, you did.
Right,
There's a
you
difference.
did.
You did. I had to take a little pause.
Come through.
Right.
But anyway, come on, driver. Would you say Hawk Beacon
Right.
like what?
Right. So the next quick topic,
Yeah.
the Hawk Beacon light has just been
Yeah.
unveiled in California because specifically in West Hollywood, they have been a lot of pedestrians killed just walking across the street. It's a high rate of people who are being killed, and so they revealed this new light today that is supposed to reduce. Well, in other areas, it's reduced fatalities by 69%.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah.
I
So
saw.
that's huge.
They
So-
put over there in Miracle Mile over there by Lackland, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, because they said that. I didn't realize that how many people died and cyclists and people pedestrians
I know.
get their ass whacked over there.
I know.
Wow.
That is a crazy intersection, though.
But in general out here, I think so many people they're distracted. They're on that phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on
But
the
there's
phone.
for some reason a high rate in that area over there by the tar pits and stuff.
It
if
is.
you're in LA, I bet that's because that's where they put it at, right?
That
In
is.
Miracle- Okay.
Well, that's
yeah.
the first place that they
first
put
place,
it. Right.
okay.
But they also said it had a lot to do as well with like with the sun rising and it's being a blind spot for some people.
Because this
They
thing
can't
got like
see
3
it.
lights on it, don't it?
It is.
It's huge.
Yes. It's huge. It's bright. and
Anybody
it should
can
bring
see
up,
it.
Right. A lot of attention
Okay.
to people who are who are driving. But yeah, if you are driving, stop texting and driving, one, because that's probably the goddamn reason why all these pedestrians getting killed in the first place. Put your phone
or
down.
just stop being so fucking mean. Cause some people just be
just
going
in a rush.
But some people just be going and only be texting. They be like, turn.
You're right.
Just to be evil. Just to be
like
mean.
somebody
Don't you
cut
cross?
me. Just like somebody cut me off on my way over here. I was like, you did not have to do that.
Really?
You did not have to ride.
But I was being careful how I responded.
Okay, see,
Okay, come on. Because the boom creature was driving, it would have been a whole. You wouldn't have made it here. She would have got out. With the car still in drive.
I took the Jesus route.
Okay.
See, well.
Amen. All right.
Okay.
Amen.
So hopefully, though, they'll install some of these lights in other areas of LA. But they got this from other cities who started using this particular light.
Okay.
So, you know,
Amen.
California always leading the way in something. Or picking up something from somewhere else and making it better.
Amen.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta take a pause. Nehemiah's calling me. This is the second time.
That's
he's calling
fine.
me.
Go.
Okay.
Get your baby. This is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It is.
It is. October is breast
Save the
cancer.
tatas. Save the tatas.
Have you gotten a mammogram yet?
Not this year.
You have?
I know, not this year.
Have you gotten one before?
Yes, girl, I get my titties checked.
You have?
Check these motherfuckers. Yes, honey. Put them on the table, put them in the thing, squeeze them, do whatever.
Put them on the glass.
Put them on the glass. What's in here? Nothing?
Yes,
Something?
indeed.
Something ain't supposed to be. I know what's in there. Don't worry about that right there, but just go ahead and make sure ain't no lumps and bumps and pumps and a bump up in there. Hell yeah.
No, you're right.
Save
It
the
is important.
tatas, honey.
You're absolutely right.
Yes, it did. I didn't realize that it was intent. Well, they said this is intent. Breast cancer awareness, or if for it being in October, is intended for people to get screening, because they says early screening is still the number one.
It is.
Way of leading way of catching it and combating it.
Right.
Early detection is the most effective weapon. And I didn't realize it was the breast Cancer Research Foundation was started by Miss Evelyn Lauder.
I didn't know that either.
In 1993, girl.
Ah.
From Evelyn Lauder. She's the mother of Estee Lauder. That's her girl. And she's the one who established the pink ribbon.
Oh, I didn't
She
know
did.
that either.
Well, she said she established it, but they said in 1991, Susan G. Komen Foundation was giving them out at the thing. So I don't know what them girls was doing, child, but whatever.
They also said that, of course, breast cancer is the second leading form of cancer in women and men worldwide.
And men.
Men.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
Man. You man.
It's rare, of course,
A
in
plus
men.
man.
It is.
But it's more common
check
in
your
women.
pecs?
The number one cancer would be lung cancer for women.
Really?
In the world. Yeah.
That's what they say. Save the tatas, but men, check your pecs.
Yeah.
You check. Why you frowning when you say it? That's not a. You don't check your
Caught me off
pecs.
guard, and I never even really heard about anybody getting their pecs checked. But I'm sure, the way shit is nowadays, you need.
Please
you
do
need
A
to check
plus.
everything.
Yeah, I did a men's march for men who had breast cancer.
Really?
And I was not aware of how many men had breast cancer.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a trip.
The
It
number
was,
of men are not aware of it either, because they think that it's
No,
just a women's
they-
situation.
Right,
They
they
think it's
do.
for titties. It's for breasts.
Right.
It's for pecs.
Yes.
Right.
Check
And so
your
I was
pecs. I should
educated on
hashtag that and start that, huh? Check your
You
pecs.
should.
Yeah, check your pets.
You heard it here first on Plop Life. Anybody making money off of it? God damn it, I want my cut. But anyway.
And then the number one country for breast cancer in women was Belgium.
Really?
Yeah. Belgium was
Really?
leading. Yeah. So again, breast cancer awareness, make sure you're getting checked. Mammograms.
Make sure you check them. Mammogram.
Early detection is key.
is key.
It's key. And I think
Get
they said
checked.
1 in 9 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
We need 6 more women in here, so we won't be to them 1 in 9. Okay.
Girl, don't put that out there.
Okay. I'm
Right.
just saying. Save the tatas. Anyway.
Save the tatas.
The tatas. And a quick story about Fernando Balbuena Flores. I was reading this last week, and it was sad, but in a miracle in the same instance. This gentleman, he's a gentleman. He was a gentleman. Well, I'm not going to say he was a gentleman, because what he did was quite evil. He was a man from the Bronx who was suffering from depression, and he decided that he wanted to kill himself. But he took his daughter with him. She was 5 years old, and he decided to jump in front of the train. He called his wife beforehand to let her know, hey, whatever final words he shared with her, and then he decided to jump with his daughter in his arms. But the thing is, the subway train killed him and not the daughter.
Really?
The daughter only had scratches.
Look at God.
Minor scratches.
Look at God.
Look at God for real.
Oh, and then they showed, I don't know if you saw the pictures online with the people helping to pull her out from under the train. Right. It was amazing. How, well, that's the only reason why she survived, right?
Yeah.
But that was crazy, right?
That's God, like
so maybe he wasn't evil. Maybe he was just fucked up in his head. Because the neighbors was like he was a good father. He took his daughter to the park 3 times a week. He did all kind of different little things like that. Maybe he just was like, what kind of person? I mean, he's just like, maybe he was just, I don't know.
Yeah, but what makes you snap though and then harm your child in the process? That's the only reason why I'm saying that's evil. If you want to go and snap and kill yourself, that's fine.
To do it yourself. Yeah.
But you went and you took your child with you.
Innocent child.
Right. To end both you and her life and leave the mother, your wife, with this memory.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, the mother came out with the godfather of the daughter and made a statement, and she said that, you know, thank God for his angels for protecting my daughter, but I am without my husband now. So maybe, that's why I'm like, maybe he wasn't necessarily, maybe she understood as well, because she's mourning her husband.
She is.
Even still.
Yeah. She is, of course.
So I don't know. But anyway. That's what, but yeah, I'm like that too. I'm like, I'm not for what is the suicide prevention hotline? Because like, if you need some help, get help.
Right.
If you feel like you can't seek no help, help yourself.
You have to.
Don't take no innocent people with you.
No.
Especially no children.
Exactly. No. And then, of course, today is also the anniversary of the massacre in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Why do we have anniversaries to that bullshit, to shit like that? I mean, we just be like, oh, it's 9/11. I'm like, so? Bitch, I mean, keep moving. It's no disrespect to the people who passed away. Why we building a monument to a moment? But anyway, that's my little 2 cents. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's all I have. That's all we got.
Your homelessness now?
No.
Okay.
Because we always touching on homelessness.
We
know
do.
It's rampant and on the rise in L.A.
It's rampant on the end.
Right. Over 16,000 people in RVs. Yes. This is where they're living now, in RVs all over the street. And people who own RVs are renting out their RVs to people who are homeless.
But it is illegal.
It is.
To sleep in your vehicle.
It is.
In certain areas.
Right. They do have some safe places where you can go and park your car, but
even them safe places, they tell you to get your ass up in the morning. Get up. They do. They make a move.
Really?
They make a move. They say, if you don't move, we'll move you and we'll ticket you. It's really fucked up.
Yeah, that is.
It's crazy, though. Housing, And most people, especially in LA, are a paycheck from homelessness.
A paycheck is I don't think I'm a whole paycheck girl. I think I'm like, bitch, tomorrow.
Oh, that's not funny, but I understand.
No, it ain't funny. I ain't making no joke.
I think I got $20 in my sofa.
So flip that cushion, baby.
Yeah. So we're gonna touch on the song really briefly.
Okay.
Since we're on our 80s train.
Okay, 80s train.
And then we're gonna come back and speak with our guest.
Hi, guest.
Woo woo.
Woo woo woo.
Give it to us, A+.
Give it to us, A+.
And now,
hey,
we're back with PLOPP Life.
Who do you love? People
Plopping
love
Life.
other people's problems.
We do, and what we want to do is get all in. Well, I don't think Miss Malika have no problems, but we want to get all up in her business, though.
Make sure y'all liking and subscribing and following us on all social media networks and on Instagram and on Facebook and especially YouTube. Follow us and subscribe, even if you don't ever look at the fucking channel.
Right? Can you subscribe? Right, and turn on the
now while you got
notifications.
the chance, because like God, the Spirit of God will not wrestle with flesh always. We acceptable now. Don't wait till we get and unaccessible. Be like, oh, I knew. No, you didn't, because you didn't follow. It's a one button. But anyway,
it don't take nothing but a click.
A click. Then you say about, what you say about supporting your random girl?
Yeah,
click. I click on. We click on your shit.
Right.
But anyway,
we do.
Not to be angry. Thank you, friends. We love you.
Malika Blessing is with us.
Malika
Blessing is blessing us here on Plop Life.
Can I just say this? Can I just say this?
Last name for real?
Yes.
Yeah, that is my SAG after name.
Right.
Really?
Malika Blessing.
Come on, Blessing.
But can I just say this?
Of
Can I
course.
just say this really quick? I am so proud of you guys.
Don't do that.
No, I have to.
Malika.
I am so proud of you guys, because us as black women,
come on,
and just making our own and making our own wave, and knowing that what our calling is and what we're supposed to be doing. And sometimes we may get a different calling, but we have gifts in all areas. And when we take a chance and a stance and we say, you know what, we're going to do something, and you act on that and you make it. I mean, what is this, show 31?
Right.
I mean, come on now.
Right.
Plop Life.
Yeah.
This is what's
Thank
up.
you,
This is
Malika.
how.
Oh, thank you, Malika.
This is what's up, and this is
Malika,
how.
I got chills. I got chills.
No, I'm serious.
I know you are.
This is what's up, and I'm always have been the type of person that is going to acknowledge when I see something that's positive and encouraging and pushing, and however I can be a blessing.
You come on, Blessing.
Right.
But I am so proud, because it takes that next step, and you gotta put your thoughts and dreams to action. And when you do that, then the sky is the limit.
You're right.
So this platform is just gonna get bigger.
We love that.
Because you sure contributed to it. Because let me tell y'all something. This is how Michael Collier got here. Right here.
Right.
And and the thing about it is that so genuinely, we were asking for her.
Yeah.
And she said, I can't come, but you know what the Lord always said, you can't go, sin go. You know what I'm saying? So she said go. And she said, Michael Collier.
Yeah. And he had a ball.
Oh, good.
That was a good show.
Because I was, you see them, 8 to 10,
Right. You did say that. You did say that. Right.
You may stay about an hour.
Right. If you get him a good hour.
But he stayed the
entire
time.
He stayed almost 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did. He said on the show, he was like, you got me here, and I was like, gonna be here for an hour. I said I was gonna be. He said, you got me here, and I don't even want to leave.
Right. Yeah. That's how much you enjoyed yourself.
But this about you.
Thank you. But no, I just have to say that. And I want to say thank you,
Malika, so much.
We received
I love
all
you
of
guys.
that.
So do.
We do.
Yeah.
So do.
Guys. They not even knowing the history right here.
I know.
Yeah, this history.
It is.
Yeah.
But this is also history right here too. Talk about that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
So
yes.
So me and Sacha was Grambling days when I used to be slanging phone calls.
Come on.
They used to call me Skrilla in college.
Yeah.
I used to sell and hustle everything.
You did, girl. I
even sold peanut brittle. I used to say I was slanging for Jesus.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi, Mama Bear.
I love it. I love it. Malika, where you from?
Indeed.
I am from Oakland, California. Oaktown 357. I always say that.
Come on, Oaktown 357. Get
Oakland,
loose.
went to St. Joseph, Notre Dame for high school.
Mr. Deloy.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. How are you?
That's my sweetie pie.
Hi, sweetie pies.
But yeah, so I went to St. Joseph, Notre Dame. You guys know Jason Kidd?
Yes.
Okay, I went to school with Jason Kidd.
Oh, really?
So everything was about basketball.
Yes.
We didn't have football, but we had basketball. Everything was about that. And I played 4 years in high school.
You
basketball.
did?
Yeah.
Come on, Miss Athlete.
Yeah.
Come on, WNBA.
Yeah, I played 4 years.
You got some handles?
Wow.
A little something. I was better on the defense side.
Okay, I got it.
I was on the defense
that's
side. But yeah, I
awesome.
did. Yeah, I played basketball 4 years.
You played nothing
Yeah.
but an instrument. The clarinet.
You played the flute.
Yeah.
The clarinet.
Yeah.
I played some, but I can't talk about it. Anyway, go ahead.
Well,
yeah.
She said,
well, right. So then from there.
But you know what? I always loved performing and acting.
Okay.
So my mom said when the teachers always say when I started reading, I always read with expression.
Mm-hmm.
So then it went from always wanted to read in class, and I would think everybody that would read in class that it was boring, and I always wanted to read, for them. And then when I was in 6th grade, I was at Lakeview Elementary School, and they had a Christmas play. And I auditioned for Santa Claus, and everybody was like, "That's
Santa
a guy."
Claus? Right.
And I
High
said,
five for
and I said,
busting
"No,
you and your
I said, I want to audition for Santa Claus," and I did, and I got it.
That's
And
awesome.
so I was Santa Claus in 6th grade.
Claus,
Yeah,
for
he
real,
was the
for
lead.
real.
You wanted to be Santa. You didn't want to be Santa Claus. You wanted to be the lead.
I wanted to be the lead.
Yes, I love it.
And I was able to even change my voice and make sure that I was interpreting as Santa Claus.
In the
So-
6th grade?
In the 6th grade. And so it went from that, and then I'd start doing Shakespeare in Alameda, California. And then I was a busybody in school, and when I get on punishment, my mom would take that away, and she said that I would always say it would hurt, and I would cry because I did not want to miss going to acting classes and things like that.
That
when
was
I
your
was
love.
going to.
That was your love.
So it was always something that I was passionate about, and knew that I wanted to do. And then, of course, going to college and.
Now, what did you do? What did you do in school? Because our paths, we would always. I knew who you were,
Right.
but I'm trying to think what I knew
At what
somebody
school?
who- Grambling State University.
What year did y'all go to
Thought you
Grambling?
A while ago.
Yeah.
Don't even try it. Oh,
Hey, none you.
right.
You said,
A time ago.
oh, okay. 1980 what?
Yeah, none you.
Oh,
Go ahead.
for real?
I tried it.
So what type of what plays were you in at school?
So I did a lot of Judy Ann Mason. You know who Judy Ann Mason is?
I don't.
Okay, Judy Ann Mason, she went to Grambling State University. Rest in peace, Judy Ann.
Rest in peace, Judy Ann.
She won a contest where she was a writer on Good Times.
Really?
And so she did Good Times, and she did I'll Fly Away, and she wrote Sister Act 2.
Oh,
And so
wow.
her plays she would bring back to Grambling, and then myself and my best friend Tiffany Rebecca Royale, you know Tiffany.
Tiffany,
Yeah, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Shout out to my bestie.
Tiffany.
And we would do her plays, but she wrote like a sitcom because she had that kind of style.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
how I fell in love with sitcom and wanted to be a comedic actress. Was starting off from there, and so Living Fat was the first play that I did of hers, and it's been done all over the world, different states and stuff like that. And I did that. I did Stadium View, and I started doing more plays.
Okay.
But I would always do like the ones I thought was hot and popular. And then the producing side of me I didn't know at the time
Right.
is that I would go to the president of the university and the vice president of student affairs, and I would ask them to come to the show because I knew if they saw them, everybody would want to come and
to
it would
the show.
sell out.
Of course.
And it would be standing room only.
Producer.
Yeah.
Because when I met you, you were producing.
Right. Yeah.
And
it's
then I
so-
saw you act, and I was like, the fuck is she producing for?
Right.
But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. And
But
it's
no,
so-
because you were good. No, not that you're not good at it, because she could
Right.
produce it. When she do something, it's done.
Yeah.
Every base is covered.
Yeah.
You don't leave no stone unturned. Nothing.
I forgot
Yeah.
the first play that I
Nothing.
saw you in. What was the name? It was who was in it? It was Christian Keys in it too?
Oh, Lost Souls.
Soul
Soul Cafe.
Cafe.
Soul Cafe.
Saffold.
Don B. Welch.
And then
Right,
it went
yes,
to
yes, Don B.
then we
Welch.
shot it for TV1, and then it became Lost Souls.
Lost Souls, right?
Yep. Same role.
Yes.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it's so funny because when people are introduced to me as a producer or a production manager, they want to keep me in that box because they're
Intimidation?
no, I think it's more so because everything is being taken care of.
Intimidation?
And and they're so
Oh, I was reading my bottle. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Right.
and then they don't want me to have that other side of that talent, but that acting is in my blood.
Intimidation. That must be
Yeah.
the water company.
Right,
that's
But I love it. But I do love producing.
you're great at it.
Yeah, I
You're
do.
great
I
at
do
it.
love that. But acting is my first love.
That's where you come alive at.
Yeah.
Cause I started, when you did, what was you, Martin Duty Calls. You played about 15 people.
Yeah.
And each one of them was different.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at her.
Yeah, I played
I'll bet they're changing her. I'll bet they're changing her wigs. Put this on because you're going to be Shirley now, good. Come on.
Yeah, I played Rosa Parks.
She did.
I played Dora McDonald, which was Martin Luther King's secretary.
Secretary.
Which they were very, very close.
Yeah.
They were like best friends. And then I played a fictitious character, which was, what was her name? Oh my God. Everybody loves her,
both thinking about it.
Oh my God, everybody loves her, baby. Do you know
that
character?
Danny, what's the name of the character from Martin Duty Calls, honey?
The one where I played the fictitious character, the older lady that she would come over to Coretta's house and just be
gossiping. Well, what I heard, but Martin was oh my God, it was good. It wasn't bad. It was something.
Oh, what was her name? That's so bothering me. That's a shame.
But that's all right.
Oh my God, that's a shame. But anyway, yeah. So I love acting.
So now your degree is in
theater.
Is in theater, and you
Studied.
mentioned something about trained,
not playing,
and you also
not getting jobs based on likes.
Yeah, I have my master's in liberal arts and concentration in theater.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of the art and speech, but mostly concentration in theater, and then I fell in love with behind the scenes lighting.
Okay.
So I love doing lights. I do lighting. I work with QLab, which is a software for projection and sound. So I do those type of things too. So anything pretty much that's from the beginning to the end in taming a production, I know how to do that. And Grambling taught us that. We was acting, we was stage managing, we was doing lights. We was doing everything. It was raw and real.
When you're the talent, some of the best people who are, on front of the camera, they know how the cameras work. They know how the stage is supposed to be lit.
Right. Yeah.
They know what the sound is supposed to be like. Those are make some of the best because you just know. And you also have an appreciation for everybody else's job who make you look like $1 trillion.
Exactly. My mentor, one of my mentors, Ella Joyce, I was blessed to have
from
traveled
Rock,
with her,
honey.
for 5 years. And one of the main things that she used to always tell me is that when you get into position, to always treat people with respect, because that person that may be that grip, that person that may be that janitor, that person that may be electrician or whatever, they can be the next John Singleton. They can be the next person that can hire you, and that you want to treat everybody with respect and respect their position.
Because they can also make you look and sound like a fool.
Oh, absolutely.
Or like the goddess you are.
Yeah. Hello.
Come on.
What's the most memorable role that you've played? What's the role that you absolutely enjoy doing?
I enjoy a lot of characters, but one that comes to mind is I played in a play called it was a Don B. Welch play. I played a prisoner.
Oh.
And it was so.
Oh my God! At the theater that got tore down.
Stage 52.
Yes. I remember. Oh my God, was there. Oh my God, because Donna Carroll was in it too.
Who?
What's her name? Donna Crockett.
Donna Crockett. Yeah.
Oh my God! And the lady at the beginning, she was kind of cook with it.
Yeah.
You were was fucking that play. Oh my God! Me and Kanique went to go. Hi, Kanique. She watching. We went to go. She was like, "Girl, you want to go to this play? I'm gonna go." That's my first time seeing you, and I was like, "Malika, the fuck?"
Yeah.
And it was crazy because it was the first time I've met you in Stage 52 too.
Wow.
And remember, we were doing pieces.
Yeah, we were doing pieces.
You were production.
Wait, pieces. I don't think
pieces. You saw pieces.
Yeah, Kanique Sky.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Shout out to Kanique Sky. What up, Kanique Sky?
That was good.
It was.
Yeah, it was real good. Nick Few directed that.
Nick Few did.
Yeah.
Nick, you remember Nick Few?
And Tiffany Snow won the NAACP
She
award
did.
for that.
Come on, Tiffany Snow. Come on, guy Affleck. Work it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
hairy kneecaps.
I think
that is her name.
I think that role, playing a prisoner and being able to transform and be somebody totally opposite, because she, people, they think because I'm funny or, sometimes I'm just real. You know what I mean? On how I speak and how I talk, and we know how to conduct ourselves accordingly to who we, around approach, but to be able to dive into something where it was a pain of hers and a hurt of hers, even though she was from the hood, even though she was in prison, even though she had murdered someone, but it was still a realness and a rawness about her.
It was.
That, and just, no makeup, just stripped.
Really?
Braids straight to the back, thug life.
Thug life.
I'll show you a picture, I'll bring it up. Okay. But that's one of the roles that, that one, and I just did one called Meet Me in the Prayer Room where I played a recovering addict.
Okay.
And my son, well, actually, it starts off as he's my nephew, but he's really my son. And I had my sister raise him because I was an addict.
Right.
Okay.
And so to come back, and now I'm doing well and have recovered, and so to be able to.
What's the name of that play?
It's called Meet Me in the Prayer Room.
Meet Me in the Prayer
I just
Room.
did it about a couple of months ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Meet Me in the Prayer Room. That was a stretch.
How do you prepare for your roles?
Honestly, I first read the script.
Okay.
And then I break it down as far as when we say break it down, like my who, what, where, why. I create a backstory.
Right.
Okay.
And so then that way I know exactly how to approach it. Like if far as if I have a son, what's his father's name? What's our last name? Bringing realistic
history.
Exactly. Like basically doing a bio out of the character and who I am. And then a lot of times I'll research. Sometimes I watch stuff online. I watch YouTube. I watch television. I may go to an actual facility. I may talk to someone.
Right.
Just so that way I can get some insight and get some realness of the character. And then I repeatedly go over the script daily. And then I read it like a novel. Because the more you read it, the more things you get out of it.
Right.
And then with rehearsals, then you're able to discover those aha moments where it's just real and becomes organic.
Okay.
That's important to me. It's being real and not being fake, because acting is listening.
Right.
Listening and responding, just like how we're doing right now. We're listening and responding, and that's what makes it real.
I did a little performing arts too, darling.
Yeah.
And when one of the notes I got, one of the first things I learned about acting.
Oh, Eleanor.
That's right. Because I kept calling Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
I sure did.
Yes.
But one of the things that
Look, it finally came.
It was gonna come.
Right.
The first note that I ever got about acting was, don't act.
Yes.
Become.
Yes.
Don't act, because if you don't act like somebody, you are that person.
Yeah.
Be that person.
Yeah.
I know a little something, girl.
Yeah, you do.
Don't one or two things.
Just one or two. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, one or two things. What role have you played that you just had to be like, I need a break?
Oh.
Just about to break took you out.
It was a play that I did for Sherry Payne. You guys know who Sherry Payne? Frida Payne's sister.
Frida Payne's sister, yeah.
Sherry Payne wrote a play. Gosh, you'll kill me. I can't think of the name right now. But I actually got nominated for an NAACP award for
did
it.
you?
Come on.
And I played a bailiff. The first act of the play, which was about an hour, I had no lines. So I was just in court. And the person that was in jail, who was going to court, was going through with the judge. Matter of fact, Danny played the judge.
All right.
And really the whole first act was him. Him and the other lady. But I had to be in character and respond with nonverbal. And then the second act was basically me throughout the second act. And so she killed her husband because her husband had been touching her kids and molesting and doing things like that, and so she ended up killing them. So the kids were, she was getting ready to get electrocuted. She was sentenced to death. And so that whole time things are being discovered. And I was on stage the entire time. So just when different discoveries were happening, I had to stay into it, and it was so draining because you have to make sure that when they're telling their story and they're going through it, that you're still in it and just being real and responding, and it may have one-liners in between, like 3 monologues, and still being effective. And it was so hard, but it was so challenging. And it's a trip because the one I got nominated for.
Wow.
Like, it was a trip.
So if you had a preference, theater or film?
I love it all.
Between the two?
I love it both. I can't.
You can't choose.
I can't choose.
Because I know that most times people, like, theater actors have a problem with people who do film sometimes because they're like, and then film people have, like, they don't really have a problem, but then so I think that sometimes they don't respect it because when you on film, on theater, there's no take two. There's no cut.
Right.
You gotta just keep going. But most people who don't do theater are like, what if we do it over? It kind of makes you lazy.
Right.
Oh my gosh, Malika, you're a bomb. Malika, you know what? I had started playing this game with people.
Okay.
Oh, and let's just more questions. I'm sorry.
No, well, I mean, I could ask all day, but no, go ahead.
It was this thing I saw on TV One does this thing, right? And they when they're interviewing their people. Well, I don't know if it's for the show, but anyway, on their social media, and it's called Too Many Damn Questions. So they just ask you a couple of questions, and some questions, and you just ask them off the top of your head. It's just totally out of everybody.
Right.
You ready?
I'm
you have
ready.
to answer them, and it's really quick.
Right.
Okay. First question is, if you could have a theme song playing, these are mine made up. These ain't theirs. I just made my own shit up.
Okay.
If you could have a theme song playing everywhere you went, what would the song would it be?
Oh shoot, your earring is falling. Oh, it would be Bad Mama Jamma.
Okay.
She's the bad Mama Jamma.
What is your greatest life lesson?
My son.
Okay. And what was the last text you sent?
To Danny.
What did it say?
Right.
You have to tell who it was.
Right.
What did it say?
Oh, it just said that I was on my way over here.
Okay.
Okay.
If there was an envelope that had the day that you were going to die on it, would you open it?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Last week they both was like, no. I mean, yes. I was like, they said, what about you? I said, no.
No, because I mean, if it's my time, it's my time.
Right.
Right.
What's your spirit animal?
Spirit animal?
Yes.
What animal do you relate to?
Probably. Ooh, that's pretty good. Probably, I guess, the lion. I guess.
Okay, the lion.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could have anybody, any actor, male actor as a lead, who would it be? Any one of them.
Anyone? Lead. Probably. You know, I love Jason Statham.
Okay. Different action. Got it.
Absolutely.
What female would you co-star with?
I really want to co-star with Tiffany Haddish.
Okay. If you were serving a meal for Jesus, what would you cook?
I would cook my tamale pie.
Okay.
Tamale pie?
Yeah.
What gift don't you have that you wish you did?
Dancing.
Dancing? You ain't got no rhythm, girl?
I do, but I really love, like, I'm infatuated with dance.
With the dancing,
Just like the choreograph, like, if I could do that, baby. I
And the
love
last
Chris
thing,
Brown and how he
Oh,
dances
okay,
and all
got
that.
you.
Yeah. I
And the
love
last thing, what are words you learned to live by? What words do you live by?
that. Faith
Okay.
and true, being true, and prayer.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us get in your business.
Right.
That
That was good.
was good.
fun.
It was fun. I just
like
started doing
that.
like a few episodes ago. I started doing it to people. I was like, let me just eat it. It is cute. You get a little bit of insight. Anyway.
Yeah,
That
I
is.
like
It's
that.
cute.
Whoa.
If you guys want to, look, if anybody's still up and you want to give us a call, because we know some of y'all on the East Coast who be listening to us. Y'all
I know where John Eric at.
I know. He made a comment on the picture.
He did?
He
Oh,
did.
okay, because I'm like, John Eric, we ain't saying anything
I
tonight.
know.
We was going to call you later online, but like, let's dial his number.
Right, 310-910 if you want to talk to us
Yes.
and speak with Malika, 9676 extension 1. She's still going to be here for the duration of the show.
She is.
We're going to take a quick little break
We
and
are.
listen to a song very briefly, and then
Very
we'll
briefly.
come back in and get into our flip and rotate section.
Hey.
Whoa.
Woo-woo.
Thank you guys for listening and tuning in.
What
This
was
is
the name
PLOPP
of that
Life.
place?
People love other people's problems with Deshon Gray and Sacha Granger, and we have Miss Malika blessing us this evening.
Bless
And she'll continue with us. We're gonna go ahead and get into our flip and rotate
Hey.
portion.
Oh,
Can we
you
get
were
them
thirsty.
pillows? Plop, plop, plop,
Wasn't
plop,
I?
plop, 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 plop.
Pop, pop, pop. pop, 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 pop.
Right, and this is
Wow.
This is a section of our show where we go and we discuss different topics, and we also want Malika to give some insight on what we're discussing. You know what we're talking about a little bit?
Well, you know, I'll fall in place.
She gonna fall in place because that's what she does. She's an actress.
And she's ready to go.
Right.
Because if you're born, you don't have to get.
You sure don't.
Amen.
Yeah.
Glory.
So the first thing we want to talk about really quickly is the plastic straw ban.
Child.
Wait, why do you say it like that?
Oh, nothing, because every time I go get my Starbucks, honey, I'll be like, I'm not drinking my shit out of a sippy cup. Give me a straw. Because they changed the tops of the lid.
Yeah, they have.
It look like a sippy cup.
It does.
And I'm like, all my teeth are straight. Give me a straw. Don't you say I got lipstick on?
Yeah.
But they know me, child. They don't even ask me no more. They be like, yes, they do. I won't get in trouble.
Well, I can't stand that paper straw.
You don't?
That paper straw is the stupidest shit in the
Oh
world.
my
It
God,
melts.
it
melts.
Well, they want
It's
something
paper.
that is biodegradable. This is the environment we're talking about,
We
guys.
are, but it's paper and liquid. What does liquid do to paper?
Yes, that's
But what does liquid do to
understandable.
paper?
But they said back in the day they had paper straws, so we're just reverting.
And there
back
must
to
be a
what it
reason
was.
why they went to plastic.
Right.
But the plastic is destroying the environment, and so for the second phase of this law, because there are 500 million straws that are used in the U.S. every day, 500 million. Wasted. And of course this makes its way to the ocean where it is polluting, and so they're trying to do something about it. I think it's awesome.
It is awesome, but just give me a straw.
Yeah.
Well, you can request a straw.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Because I know in April when they first did it was only to certain businesses that had at least 26 employees or more.
Yes.
They were like, you had to request one, but now everybody has to.
Everyone.
Including food trucks and food kiosks, anybody.
Everyone.
I'm real quick to say I need a straw.
Yeah. And they said it's one of the top 10 items found in the ocean.
It is.
Straws.
Wow. Straws. Yeah, it is. And I think they should have done this a long time ago. It's great though. It is, because the amount of trash that's in the ocean from the plastic bags, which of course they banned that. Well, at least here, I know.
They ain't bad shit though. They just making you pay for it. It's all about money. They don't give a fuck about what's on in that ocean. They just trying to find a way to make money. I believe the people who have it at heart, like yourself or whatever, I believe y'all have good intentions. But I think when the government steps in, because if you're gonna ban them, just say we ain't gonna fucking make them. Because if you still gonna have the straws, but say I gotta request it, because now you have to request it. You know what's gonna be next? Straws are 10 cents extra. That's what's gonna be next. Watch what I tell you. Because they started the same thing about plastic bags, but they still got plastic bags if you give them a dime.
Yeah.
You still got
but it's
made
out of a different type of material, though.
It's still plastic. It's still plastic bag.
It's still plastic.
It's a plastic bag.
But it's something that's more environmentally friendly, though.
But it's a plastic bag.
And some of them stores charge 15 cents.
Thank you. It's still if you're gonna. I can understand saying ban them and just get reusable ones fine, because I keep my reusables in my car now.
I do too.
Sometimes you need them plastic bags because I don't want.
Mine.
I keep them in my car.
I always use my
I do.
reusable
Yeah, I be
bag.
forgetting mine.
I think it's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
Because you have to start somewhere, and I don't need.
But some people got their reusable straws.
Yeah, they do. They have reusable.
They got reusable ones. You get. They got the little thing you can clean them out with and everything.
Yeah.
Is those like the little
Look like little
platinum metallic looking straws?
Why you made a face like
that? No, I was just saying.
Yeah.
Because they nice.
I like to throw my straws away once I'm done with it.
You
I don't
do?
I don't want to keep it.
And they were saying that plastic straws, it was the 6th most collected item on California coastal cleanup days.
Really?
Between 1998 and 2006. Right behind cigarettes, food packaging, caps and lids, plastic bags. So yeah. No more straws for you. You would have to request that.
Help the environment.
Right. Help. Come on. Save this planet along with recognizing climate change.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother ballgame. We're not even going to get into that.
Black lives
Thank you,
matter.
Donald.
Yeah,
You said what?
Black lives matter.
Yeah.
All lives.
Okay.
matter.
They do.
They do.
I guess turtle lives matter.
And
Sim swapping.
I'm for the people.
You for the people? I'm for the people too.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's talk about this water filter seas.
Girl, the Chinese that tried it, child.
Hi, Mom.
Mama,
Yeah, that's
you
my mom. She
Hi,
on a
Mama.
cruise.
Oh, come on,
Okay.
Cruz.
Tell her you doing something. Tell her you want to
Right.
cruise too.
My dad is watching. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
That's my dad.
Hi, Pops.
And my little sister Tisha.
Hi,
watching.
Sister Tish. But go ahead, girl.
She went to Graham too.
Yeah. Tisha went to Grambling.
her.
Tisha, you remember Sacha?
Yeah, I
Look.
remember her.
Yes.
Hey.
So,
She don't remember me, but that's fine because you don't even know.
oh,
me,
you
Tish.
know Tisha.
I do.
Yeah.
You like, she said I do.
She came down and helped me take care of Nehemiah when I was still working, doing plays and everything. Yeah, she said, "Hey y'all," she know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You said water
Graham.
seizure. What happened with the Chinese
Yes,
people trying it?
In LA.
They tried that shit.
They did. In LA seized over $224,000 worth of fake refrigerator water filters.
From China.
From China, yes. Wow. And last week I watched a documentary about counterfeit goods and the amount of volume of fake items that China is making, and they are responsible for 85% of the counterfeit goods.
Wow.
80.
Somebody was
number.
ordering the shit because it was supposed to go to Washington, but they caught the shit up in here in Long Beach.
They did.
They was like,
They
honey,
did.
because they used some of the NSF protected trademarks from Brita, GE, Frigidaire, Honey, and Pure, and the people who trained to look at that stuff was like, Mama, she doing something, girl. They was like, this is not even the good trademark. What is this shit coming from? They said it was 5,200 items in that thing.
I know.
From China, they was like, girl, put that. Don't throw it in the ocean, though. Fake ass, counterfeit ass water filters.
Right,
Wow.
these aren't even certain, no certification, no testing. They just create them and send them over.
Wow.
They was gonna probably be in some of them dollar stores and shit up there.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt
They
it.
was gonna do.
But they were saying though, with the counterfeit industry, that they are leading, especially in luxury brands.
Really?
And the numbers are, it's staggering. The number of items that they reproduce. I was even reading that they were they
Why you keep
reproduced.
girl?
Someone had noticed because they were growing oranges and passing them off as sun-kissed oranges specifically.
Wow.
And someone noticed with the label. It was
Fake ass
funny.
oranges too.
Right. And they were saying this is not a sun-kissed orange because a sun-kissed orange is very distinguishable with the peeling and
Right.
after further testing, they found that, it wasn't a sun-kissed orange. They made some fake labels, and they were growing oranges in another area in
Well, who
Africa.
kissed that orange? The moon?
They got knockoff oranges.
Knockoff oranges.
Yes.
The fuck is going on in the world?
Knockoff
Knockoff oranges. A knockoff orange.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
I done heard of fake ass persons and fake ass oranges and shit.
Yeah.
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 Fake food.
Now you gotta
Right.
look out for knockoff food.
Right.
Gary,
Wow.
that's what
It wasn't orange. It just was not a sun-kissed
Kissed
orange.
Well, then
because
why
of
didn't
how
you say we're just selling orange instead of just selling
because of the
moon-kissed
amount of
oranges?
money that you can get, of course, for a sun-kissed
Oranges
orange,
that they didn't
just
grow on
like you
Saturn
can
and-
get
and
on,
Venus.
for the luxury brands that they're always counting.
This ain't a sun orange. This is Venus orange.
But why do you think though that it's such a
Louboutin
high,
orange.
right? It's such a high demand though. Are you a label whore, as they say?
Yeah.
Look at them. I'm looking.
What her Gucci had and her
Right.
Chanel earrings? You're asking if she's a label whore?
Well, no, but that might be for today. That doesn't mean that
I'm here today too, girl, and I got on me some 99-cent clip-on earrings.
But I mix it up.
My 99-cent
But I mix it up.
eyelashes.
If I like something, I like it.
But
And,
some people, they just go all out and everything has to be named.
No.
Okay.
That everything does not have to be name brand, but I do. I do like labels.
You like what you like.
I do.
Okay.
And in that, though, with this whole counterfeit thing, they have also had a lot of businesses on the rise that are authenticating your product to see. They come and, you take a picture of it, you submit it online. It's an app that you could use to make sure that the purse that you purchase or whatever the luxury good is actually authentic. So that's a rising I guess, a rising company or position where they're
I saw something
inspecting
like
to
that.
make sure that,
Really?
okay, you purchased this Louis, let's see.
Oh,
Is
and
it
a
really
tennis
real?
shoe. And a tennis shoe. My bonus son was telling me about a site where he wanted to sell his tennis shoes, and so they had to make sure that they were like the real Jordans and stuff like that.
Yes.
And so I said, well, before we do that, we need to read the reviews, you know, so we can find out about the company. And the reviews were terrible.
Right.
But I didn't even realize that they even have
They
sites like
do.
that until, you know, he's
Let me tell you
13.
something. Your first indication will be, and I'm gonna help y'all out, friends, without Apple charging y'all nothing because you don't need no motherfucking app. Some of the shit that y'all buying and you get it for $3, it ain't real.
Not $3.
It ain't
Right.
Let me tell you something. You can tell by that price. And some of the shit you buy, what you got to do instead of you doing you're looking at reviews, because you can pay for a review. Look at shit when you look up. If you're gonna buy something that you want to make sure it's real, look up on what makes it real. Because some of them, like them Louis bags, they come with a fucking serial number.
Yeah,
They do.
Most of the shit come with serial numbers. Each one comes with a serial number.
Yeah,
and they'll let
that's
you
true.
know. And this is not. And they'll even tell you that this is real, but it's stolen, darling.
Yeah. Right.
Who you buying it from?
Right.
Right. Speaking of stealing, SIM swapping.
Oh, man. SIM swapping, yeah. Where are my notes about SIM swapping? Hold on a second.
I want to say what's up to my girl, Lise Neal. She just
Hi, Lee.
joined us.
What's up, girl? You remember me, honey? I had to her hair a couple times. Hi, Lee. Hi, Memphis. I do her cousin here too, Candace. Hey, girl. Yeah.
Lise's body is sick.
Very.
Man.
Been
it's
sick.
ridiculous, man.
Been
That's
sick
what I'm
since
talking about.
My inspiration.
Not even since now, but even before that, since she was
Right.
doing videos, honey. I remember you, girl.
At least you are my inspiration.
Yes,
I work
honey.
out because of you. Just
I need to
and being
follow-
a bomb
oh,
actress
Elite-
too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for real,
Yeah.
real, and dancer.
I like her. She's
Yes.
funny.
And dancer.
She's so for real, honey.
Yeah,
But anyway,
down
go
to
ahead.
earth. Love her.
SIM swapping. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Girl.
I was surprised reading it. They did a special on the news, and I was just absolutely shocked.
You heard of SIM swapping, Malika?
No, that's
Girl,
what I'm trying to figure out.
Listen,
Right.
honey. Listen.
What is
Right,
it now?
there was a
Listen,
gentleman
friends.
who was on the news because he had $1 million stolen out of his accounts from SIM swapping.
Y'all listening?
And it is because someone, well, it has to be an inside job. It's no way that this is happening without the help of people who work at AT&T, Verizon, who are also in lawsuits because their workers have stolen. They sold information for customers to give permission to swap out the SIM. So your phone starts to go haywire, saying that something's wrong and something's off, and then because they interviewed a couple of people who are saying that it happened to. It's rare because they had the first case that was actually tried and the person convicted of SIM swapping this year.
Wow.
So your phone starts acting haywire, saying that, you know, something's happening, you need to change it. And the request on their end, because of course this is all done remotely, the person is able to get the SIM, a new SIM, without you knowing. And with this guy, they got a new SIM card, and they took all of his money out of his accounts because our SIMs are connected to all of these accounts
That's
that we
true.
log on to.
That's true.
It's saving all of our passwords. All of that information is on the SIM. And if you're requesting a new one, it's just transferring into another phone.
That's true.
They have, you know, a lot of this shit has been I think really brought to people's attention, even with this whole current administration cheating and using Facebook and kind of shit like that, and using everything. And every app that we're doing now is, you know, used to when you have it before, when we first got smartphones, you got the app on your phone, you play the game. Now the app is saying we need to be able to access your pictures, your text messages, your contacts. For fucking what? For me to just for me to bust some grapes on the fucking screen? Like, really? You need all of that? That's like the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah.
But they are saying that the people who are doing it, they like fish for information.
They do.
They find it. They change your SIM without you even knowing.
Right.
Wow.
So they can, and like she said, all of the shit is connected. They do it through your phone company. They tell your phone company, because once they get your SIM information, they say that they you.
Wow.
And then they just get a phone, they put it in their phone, and your shit don't work no more.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they've had a lot of people who've
Yeah.
lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Y'all could look. I ain't got nothing for y'all to take.
Girl.
They gonna
Go ahead.
They gonna
It
be
ain't
mad.
nothing
They
in there,
gonna
right?
see,
They're gonna be pissed off in the motherfucker. I'm gonna say, well, that was your bad bitch. Now all them bills belong to you. I got a clean credit, don't I now? What's up?
They
They
gonna
clean
be
me
hot.
out. They clean me out. But yeah, it was like the first way you can tell is because the first thing they do is they was like your text messages will start fucking up.
Yes.
You won't be able to receive or send none
Right.
because text messaging are text messages are not encrypted.
Right.
Which means they're not safe. So they're
Right.
telling people all the time, they're like, stop using text messages as your primary way of communicating.
Really?
Yes. Because really text messages, and I don't like to do that either. Text messages for me, and this is my opinion, are for on the way, be right there, running late. Not long ass fucking no. People
I
have
have.
whole conversations.
I'm one of those people
Yeah,
who
some
will
people-
have.
She do.
Yeah, I sure do.
She do. You be like, page
Yeah,
1 of
yeah.
3. Bitch,
Yeah.
what are you
Right.
saying?
Of 10.
Some people
Right.
do
Let me
have
finish
Some
dissertations
people
on
do.
text.
They do.
They have their dissertations
But sometimes
on
you
text.
see me be like, I'm not reading all that.
I'm reading it all. If you text me 20 pages and
Yes,
you know
but
who
they
you
because
are,
they
I'm
said
reading it.
text messages are not encrypted, but they're also saying that and also remove your cell phone number from accounts who don't require them. Remove if most time your cell phone numbers are required for some of these accounts. Take them off. Because they try to access it that way as well. And they
Wow.
also said call your cell phone company, whoever your cell phone companies are, and put a PIN on your account.
Wow.
So if somebody tries to change it, they don't know your PIN number, they can't do anything.
But that's
Right.
not true because it's all an inside job. Their
No, all of it
access-
inside.
Well, the
That's what I was
information I was reading,
that was
it
like-
was inside.
You have
If
to-
somebody is selling or giving permission to change your stuff.
Because
How else would they know?
because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't have PIN numbers on their account. So if I call your phone company and say I'm you and you ain't got no PIN, I can just run it. This is my
No,
phone number. This is
AT&T
you.
requires a PIN for everybody.
Some of them don't. T-Mobile does now too, but some
Yeah.
some companies
Yeah,
don't
they
require you have a
What,
PIN.
Boost?
But I know.
But they're also saying
Cricket.
But I know when I call in, it'd be an act of Congress to get to my damn account. They be
Yeah.
asking me so many damn
Right.
questions.
Yeah.
And then they let
Who you
somebody
have?
else. I have Chase.
No, I'm talking about your phone company.
Sprint.
Phone company.
Sprint. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just with accounts, they
Yeah.
ask you so much stuff, but then they let somebody come in and just steal anything.
They
That's
don't.
That's scary.
It is.
Yeah.
That's
But it's
scary.
somebody
Yeah.
convincing the phone company
Yeah.
that they're you
Yeah.
to take all of your information.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, some of the people who have been affected by this, they've lost. Like I said, the one guy was. I'm like, how you $1 million? in
Because
your
they
account?
allow because they
Ow.
once they get this SIM, like she said, they got everything on your phone, and most of us have our bank apps on our
I
phone.
do.
We got
Yeah.
all kind of shit on our phone, our insurance, our credit card.
Yeah.
They got all that
but-
now.
And that's what
They
they
got all
did,
that
though.
now.
They took the money and then they converted it over to a cryptocurrency.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow.
that's how it's a lot of things that's not traceable.
That's not traceable.
Once they
Damn.
convert it over.
But there's an authenticator app that they tell you to download too. Google has one that you can do in order to help you prevent that as well.
Right.
Anywho,
What app is that?
What's the app, child?
it's Google Authenticator.
Oh, so that's the actual
Uh
name.
huh.
Okay.
Look it up, friend.
Look,
In your
Google
place,
it.
in your local Play stores.
Right.
Google it.
Okay.
Our next topic is going to be about the. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Tarajan culture.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I thought that was
Child.
interesting
Very.
because everybody has their own, their own way or their own methodology of burying the dead, their own custom of what they do. But this island on Indonesia, this group of people, the dead lives with them for a number of years
Yeah.
Wow.
because they're.
Like Norman Bates, like actually Body in the House.
Oh.
Oh, you used to
Like
watch
Psycho.
that?
Psycho?
I used to love
Yeah.
it. Well,
When he had his mama in the rocking chair?
series,
Norman
yeah.
Bates, that's Psycho.
I've seen
Yeah.
the movie. I didn't see no series. I didn't even see no series. I saw that
No,
movie.
No, I saw
was
the
good.
series.
love-
I don't remember the movie.
I love
Yes,
horror films.
honey.
Psycho, baby.
You
That's
do?
oh my
Oh
god.
my God! Do you watch them in October? I watch them every night.
I mean, especially during Halloween,
Yeah.
getting closer to the time. Shoot, TBS,
oh my God!
TNT.
But they actually live with these people for real.
They
Wow.
do. They do.
With
they
the dead.
live
Uh-huh.
with the dead.
That's crazy.
And I
can't
was
do
reading
that.
one article with this particular family that she had been dead for 7 years.
Uh-huh.
But they're prepared. But their funerals, these ceremonies are very huge to them.
Yeah.
It's like a wedding for us. So they spend a lot of money on their funerals, and they don't do it until they got all their coins together and everything is ready to send that person off the right way.
Girl, them funerals run like $70,000 and $80,000.
Right.
So wait. So they're living in the house.
Yeah.
Are they as a casket?
This
They're in the casket?
Sometimes they're in the casket. I saw one of them. It was in a glass box. The grandma was in a glass box because they don't believe death is black and white.
Right.
They call it makula, which means that that person is just sick.
Right.
So they come and they visit the person.
They give them food
3 times a day, bring them meals and put it in there. I don't know who eating the shit.
So
No disrespect. No disrespect.
No, I know.
But I mean,
It's
they
just how
bring
you
food
say
in
it.
there. They
Right,
come in
they
there,
do.
talk to them, visit
They
them.
do.
Because they say they just
do.
sick. They lay them up in there. And sometimes they be buried. They bury them. They'll exhume them every few years and change
They
their
do,
clothes.
right, they
and
do.
put sunglasses on. I
They
wish
do
I was.
know,
I
right.
ain't lying, girl. But I know the Lord told me let the dead bury the dead, baby. Keep it moving. But they do. Yes, they do all that. And they said these funerals are very, very expensive.
lavish.
And they
Very
last for like a
lavish.
week.
They do.
Wow.
And
It's a huge
they
thing. And
slaughter
people
hundreds-
travel from all over the world to go to some
Girl,
of these funerals,
they
and
do.
they welcome it because it's a big celebration for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They actually said their social calendar they have a social calendar for funerals.
Wow.
Yes, they do. And they slaughter hundreds of livestock
They do. Mm-hmm.
while they're doing
Wow.
it's like a week.
Well,
Just for what they call, they say they're not sick. And but one of the things I thought was kind of interesting, not that I would want to partake in it, is when a child dies, they cut out a hole in the tree and bury the child in the tree and let them grow up together. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
It was interesting.
Well, I guess I'm learning on Plop Life.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We teach.
Baby, y'all teaching me.
Yeah. Well, you learn something now. Indonesia.
It's other things outside of this culture.
It sure is.
I don't know
Wow.
if I'd necessarily wanted to live with Normie. Rest in peace, Normie.
Rest in peace, Norman Jefferson.
And Miss Helen up in the house. I
on.
don't know if I would have been able
Nah.
to do that. Nah, I don't want to. I'll keep some ashes though.
God bless
You know what
them.
I wanted to do?
Oh,
This
someone
is a
just
ru-
asked what's the topic of discussion?
We coming to
Oh,
that
yeah,
right
we
now.
are.
Coming
Right
to
now.
that right now.
Bloop, bloop.
Coming to that
I know they
right
like,
now.
bitch, they on track. What's the topic? Okay, we know we got about 15 minutes.
But
Okay, we
then
gonna
be careful how you respond. That is the topic.
right. That is.
Yeah.
Come on, Malika.
Yeah.
Who
Yes.
said
Be
that?
careful how you respond. I've been
careful.
saying it all day.
The topic is be careful how you respond. So we're being very careful right now. She said there was just rapping. What's the subject? Awesome. It's be careful how you respond, and I'm being very careful right now because I want you to continue to watch Plop Life every week on Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We love it.
Grab the
Grab the tiger in the building.
That's
That's the
right.
Grab the Tigers over
Man,
there.
who that?
Look up. Somebody grab the tiger.
thought
Who is that?
Man, who that? She's so country.
Right, man.
Actor Neely is 5'10".
Nearly is 5'10".
Okay, so there we go. We coming up right now with the
Yeah,
time.
Right,
We'll
so
be right back.
we're gonna go into a very brief song.
Right.
It's gonna give us like a minute or two, and then we're gonna get right into it.
We'll be
We're
right
gonna go to
back.
basket.
Be careful how you respond.
Yes.
Not yet.
Don't you?
Not shy.
Live.
It's like right,
Live.
Robin with Cameo
Live.
by Cameo.
Come on, Cameo. With your big red jock strap. Your big red piece. I used to be like, when I was little, I used to be like, what's in that thing? Because you have a black bodysuit on wearing that red. I'd be like, what's in there?
Oh
And girl,
my
he about 80-some years
gosh.
old. He still wear it when he performs.
Does he?
I'm like, child, that thing is,
Who?
Oh,
what's his name? Larry,
I can't remember. Larry something. I can't remember.
that thing probably stank.
You know what?
Oh, never
Oh
mind.
my gosh!
You probably
Welcome back to
don't.
Plop Life, guys.
People love other people's problems. And stinky crotches are somebody else's problem.
Oh yes.
But
And
anyway.
so we're gonna roll right into this topic.
What's the topic? This is a sermon, honey.
Roll with it.
The sermon is
with it.
be careful how
Mm-hmm.
you respond.
Be careful how you
be
respond.
careful how
Be
you
careful how
respond.
you
I've been saying
respond.
that all
Careful.
day.
I mean, you
Right.
have.
You have. So
How you respond.
the dictionary
Okay.
states that
Dictionary.
to respond,
Okay.
a response is to answer or to reply.
Okay.
To act in return as if in answer. To have a positive or favorable reaction.
Okay.
To be answerable or liable. that's what I have for
Amen.
respond.
Okay.
So with this, we want to, again, I got this because I was speaking with a neighbor of mine. Shout out to my neighbor.
Hi, neighbor.
And she had
Will you be
received
my
something,
neighbor?
and she was offended by what she read, and so instinctively she wanted to respond in, kind of a snippy manner.
Mm-hmm.
But I told her I didn't receive it that way.
You had
So
a
she said,
different
well,
vantage
maybe,
point.
right? Well, maybe this is what I said. Well, take a few moments, read it again, and then respond later. I said, because you don't want to say anything right now that would be offensive to that person, and that's not even what they meant.
Right.
So that's why this topic came about. And I could think of a million other things where I know I have responded, and perhaps I should have been more careful in my response.
Okay.
And not reacted. I should have thought about what I was saying first.
Because, there is a difference between responding and reacting.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Because the reaction is just like boom.
Right.
And most times the reaction gives the other person control.
Yes.
But responding is, let me take a beat, let me take a minute. And then, because this is what I like to do first.
Leave me on red.
I can't stand her. I like to get clarity, because the first thing I'll ask, what did you mean by A, B, and C?
Right.
Before I give you what I need to give you, before I understand what it is, because when you get clarity, that's going to determine the level of response.
Right.
Because one thing I've learned to do, from Miss Malika Blessings when we were doing pieces, and when you're producing, everybody Malika, they come at you for different reasons, for different things, and sometimes Malika you just your favorite thing. I understand.
Right.
That's it. Because that's all you need right now. And if I need to have a whole conversation with you or a whole minute, then I will do that. But for this issue, I understand.
Right. And once you understand it, it's understood.
Once you understand, it's understood.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is that sometimes you could interpret something in your own head.
Right.
And then you could say something, and they'll be like, especially if it's a text.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And you can be like, text don't have emotions.
Right.
It's just you're reading into the text message with your own, not necessarily with theirs.
Yeah.
Right.
Even when they may even say, "Oh, I know what you mean. I know you. I know." You be like, "I didn't really mean that."
Right. Something like that. I pick up the phone.
Yes.
If it's a text, and before I respond, before I just respond to a text, I pick up the phone. I'm super old school. I'd have to call you and find out, what do you mean? What are you trying to say? Before I have to go into a certain read. You know what
Come
I mean?
on.
Because sometimes it just depends on the situation, the topic. Sometimes, like I was saying earlier today, sometimes you just have to be quiet and don't move.
Right.
And think and just say, okay, I'm not going to respond to that. Because sometimes things don't need a verbal response.
Come on.
True.
Sometimes
very true. Come
on.
nonverbal is just like, okay. And then they like, ooh, and then that's when they start really trying to, because they know they wrong.
Right.
Well, also too, because even like on one of the quotes that was on the post for you when you were coming on, not responding is a response.
It is.
No response is a response.
So leaving me on red is a response?
No. You are bad. Somebody leave you on red.
You leave me on red. That's a response. You waiting to respond to me?
No, sometimes I'll be like, I'll just talk to her later. I'll just say something to her. Or I feel like might have been answered. Sometimes you say something and you answer at the same time. I leave you on red.
But
you know what? But what?
But sometimes when somebody is disrespectful, then you got to respond to nip that in the bud immediately. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people get a little beside themselves.
Sometimes.
And you have to, and it's a way to do it without being boisterous or cursing.
Right. It is.
Where you can check them and they know, like, don't play with me. You know what I mean?
So, was there ever a time for any of you where you responded to something and you found yourself like, oh dang, maybe I shouldn't have said that because it wasn't It wasn't how the person, whatever they were trying to relay to you, was not negative or malicious, but that's how you took it. Is there anything that really sticks out to you where you should have probably taken time to really think before you immediately responded so negatively?
No, something like that. I normally I reread it, and then I'm careful how I respond, because I'll respond in a way that will make them give me more information, so then that way I can respond properly, so I won't be in that situation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'll wait it out, and I'll say something, and then it'll trigger something for them to give me some more, and then I'm like, oh, okay, they meant it like this, and that, the third. Okay.
So you never flew off the handle? Because I know sometimes. Because I
really?
would say,
So you're very composed, Malika.
More personal stuff like relationship, maybe Danny or something, I may read it a different way.
Right.
But just anyone else, I'm going to read it again, because I'm like, let me make sure before I respond. And then I'll read it, and then I'll ask a question, or I'll say something, or I may say, what do you mean? Like you said,
what you mean by that?
Let me make sure I'm not reading this wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? So tell me this and that and the third.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'll get more. But I don't think I've had that situation just individual. Maybe more relationship, when I get.
So it's been a time then.
But I'm saying that
because
I think stuff is different than
it does.
just.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think responding is always appropriate, even when a reaction is warranted.
Yeah.
Because the response is something you thought about. Sometimes the reaction would be like, you go boom, boom.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think a response is always appropriate. And I say response because that's when you thought about it. And sometimes there is no response. Like you think about a situation where you have like certain people who are always what they see online with the celebrities comment creeping and they'll respond to certain people. But then you got certain people like Beyonce, she don't respond to no fucking body, good or bad. Why?
Why? You said why?
Because your response or the level of your response kind of indicates your power.
Right.
I remember some time ago looking at TD Jakes. I was looking at him. He was like, the wolf howls at the moon all night long. The moon never says anything back. If the moon says something back, it will be national news. So people can always yep, and it means nothing. When you respond back to them, especially on social media, you've given them life.
That's true. That is true.
Now you've given them life. But I think that sometimes you have to think about context. Because I was reading something, it was like, when you respond to something, you have to respond to the logic, not the emotion.
And see, I don't even, on social media, I do not respond to anything. I'll read comments and keep it moving. I do know some people that if it's something that they, has really just bugged them, they have to go and respond all the time.
Right.
But I don't respond to anything on social media.
I respond to things on social media that are positive. I don't respond to anything negative. I do not.
Yeah. Right.
Why? Because I don't need to give you. Because I don't give you any life.
No.
And not only that, respond to you for what?
Right.
Stay in your thoughts. You're not looking for a response or clarity. You're looking for an argument.
You are.
I'm not giving you that.
Yeah.
If I don't have anything nice to say to you online, I won't say nothing.
Right. Yeah. And I'm not about to go into
I'm not about to give you all that because I think when you respond to something, you have to think about the big picture. How does this fit into my goals? How does this fit into my how is this going to affect the me and everybody else involved?
Right.
Does this even warrant me to even say anything at all, period?
Right.
I think that's my take on it. Unless, whatever. But I think the context means everything.
Absolutely.
How does it serve me?
Yeah.
How does it serve her? How does it serve her? How does it serve them?
Right.
Like, what are we really talking about? Because a lot of times people, you always have to listen. A lot of times you're like, well, can I and when in something, like you may be saying something like she may be right on, but I'm like, okay, now we're going back and forth, but we're only talking about the emotion behind it.
Right.
What you said ain't even being heard.
Right.
Because ain't nobody saying, take a beat.
Right.
Either we tell you before you get ready to touch your lines, take a beat.
Yeah.
Then go.
Take a beat.
A plus, you want to share something?
Share
No,
what
I
you
do not.
texting. What'd you say?
No,
I do not.
No, I do not.
No, I do not.
You played the fifth.
You waiting to respond on that phone?
No, actually, I was just clearing shit.
You clearing shit?
Clear the clutter.
Clear the clutter.
For real.
A plus is like everybody be like, but A plus got such a nice voice. Michael, when he came in, he was like, he got a good voice.
Yeah.
He did.
He got a voiceover voice.
He does. But you know what? For me, just lastly about this, I think that unless it's a crisis, I think speed is not important. Because a lot of people want to, like you was, a lot of people want to just get back. Okay, we got to get back and forth. I don't think speed is, unless it's a crisis, you're answering something that's really, really heavy. You had to get back to it because it's like an emergency, or you're there, whether it be on the phone or in person. Unless it's a crisis, it's not important. Speed is not important.
But have you been in a situation where you don't want to respond, but you know you have to respond because it's like something that's touchy.
Yeah,
you know that it may go to the left where it either will mess up the relationship, or you don't know if they're gonna accept it and receive it, and you just say, damn, I gotta respond, like I gotta say something.
Right.
But I'm also fearful of what the relationship is gonna go. You know what I mean? I think that's a tough situation.
That is tough.
I think whatever leaves the heart reaches the heart most of the times. And I think if you mean it from a good place, even if it's not thought about or accepted at some point, when people have, both parties have gotten an opportunity to just say, let me breathe and relax and whatever the case may be, and say, you know what, maybe wasn't meant like that, or maybe wasn't. I think that sometimes does happen, but I think that you have to get to a point where you can just got to try to get some resolve. I think you got to use some resolve and some respect so that you can and some restitution so that you can reconstruct, baby, and you can decide whether you're going to resolve or if you're going to restore or you're going to reduce. Amen.
Guys,
anyway,
we want to thank you so much. We're almost out of time.
That's our show.
Right, that's our show. We want to thank Malika Blessing for staying
here.
Where can they follow you? Give your social media information.
Oh,
please.
yes. Follow me on Instagram at actress Malika Blessing.
Actress
Malika Blessing. Twitter, Malika Blessing. And Facebook, Malika Perkins Blessing.
We want to thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week. Who's our guest for next week?
Next week is going to be actress and hairstylist, Miss Leah Giselle.
Well, come on, Leah Giselle.
Miss Leah Giselle, honey. And what's next week's topic, girl?
Is it okay to lie?
Is it ever okay to lie?
Is it ever okay to lie? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to Plizop out.
Yes, you can
Plizop out. Yeah.